Right now, as I speak, millions and millions of drivers are saving money on their car insurance with GEICO. If you're one of those drivers, well done. If you're not, it's easy to join them. Visit geico.com today.
And now joining us, a Holiday Bowl legend, Ty Detmer. Ty, you're on with Bruce and Mark. Welcome to the show.
How are you? Thanks for having me.
Doing great. So, Ty, you just heard that package. This is Mark Neville, by the way. You just heard that package. What's going through your mind?
Oh, man, a couple bad plays, I guess. I got on just in time to hear all the bad stuff.
Well, you did have 576 yards in that game, 42 of 59, an unbelievable game. I mean, did you just feel it that night?
Yeah, going in, Penn State had the reputation of defense, and, we just kind of got going, and they kind of played soft, and started out in the man coverage, and we kind of burned them a couple times. And then they decided, well, we'll just rush three and play coverage. And, that was probably the worst thing they could have done, because that just gave you all day to stand back there and find somebody. And so it's kind of one of those nights where, we were just clicking and going. And of course, we couldn't stop them, but it was a fun game to be a part of.
Hey, Ty, Bruce Binkowski, we were just looking at the stats from that game, and with the 576 yards, and I think you pretty much covered it. Your touchdowns was a 1-yard run by you, another 1-yard run, a 10-yard run, a 3-yard pass. So all of the scoring, you would think with 576 yards, you hit an 80-yard touchdown pass completion or something like that, but you didn't. You just worked the field.
Yeah, it was, like I said, they kind of played soft and, made sure we didn't get any more big plays after the first drive and kind of made it to where we just kind of had to nickel and dime them down the field and complete a high percentage of balls. And then, it seemed like we got tackled on the one a lot and get down there close. And, Coach called us a few bootlegs that gave you kind of the run-pass option. And I wasn't really known for running, so they played some coverage and gave me a couple opportunities to go ahead and sneak in the corner a couple times.
This is Bruce Binkowski along with Mark Neville. We're talking with the Ty Detmer, Brigham Young University quarterback, a member of the Holiday Bowl Hall of Fame, who threw for 576 yards in the 1989 game, which was won by Penn State 50-39. All right, Ty, let's go to that play when you're driving down the field. You're trailing 43-39, but it looks like you're going to score again. You go back to pass. The ball is taken away. Do you remember the play and what transpired?
Yeah, that's a hard one to forget, because we've been able to move it up and down the field. And I remember they brought a safety blitz off the edge, and our guard, Moel Anibi, was actually the Outland Trophy winner that year. And he had a bad ankle and didn't quite get all the way there. And then looking back at some of the highlights, feel like I probably should have stepped up in the pocket and could have helped him out a little bit. And actually one of those deals where I was just getting ready to throw it, and he hit me, and the ball kind of sat there on my shoulder, and he took off with it. And I knew I probably couldn't catch him, so I took a swipe at his foot as he was going. But there probably wasn't enough time to get the ball back anyway. But it's just one of those plays that he made an outstanding individual play and took off with it. Just took the air right out of us.
Truly one of the incredible plays in Holiday Bowl history. Again, we're talking with BYU great Ty Detmer. Now, Ty, when you came to bowl games with Coach Lavelle Edwards, and what was his approach to a bowl game? Did he take it as this is a reward for a great season, or was it we got to win this next game, or was it a launching pad for the following season? How did Coach Edwards approach this with the players?
It was a little bit of both, a reward, and we want to win, and we want to go out and play well, and kind of kickstart next year. And I think every coach wants to win the bowl game because it goes right into recruiting season, and that's kind of the last thing recruits see. So, we weren't definitely wasn't a situation where we were practicing twice a day and grinding, and he kind of allowed us to get away for Christmas and see your family and then show up and have a week of practice, that type of thing. So, the bowl games are always tricky because the finals are right at the end of the season and trying to practice around those. And then you're gone for a week with Christmas going on. And so, Coach Edwards was great, though. He kind of kept things in perspective, and it was fun to be a part of. It wasn't, grinding practices, but at the same time, he definitely wanted to win those games.
Now, Ty, we're bringing up a lot of bad memories. The loss to Penn State.
That was not our intent, by the way,
No.
Ty.
But we're gonna bring up another one now. So 1990 rolls around, a great year for you. You win the Heisman Trophy. You come back to the Holiday Bowl, a little rugged game for you, not only from a winning and losing situation, but you got pretty well beat up that night. Do you remember what happened?
Oh yeah, A&M. That was when the Wrecking Crew, their defensive nickname, was in full swing, and they came out ready to play and kind of to prove a point. And we just couldn't handle their speed off the edge. I know William Thomas and Quentin Coriat and some of those names still haunt me every now and then. But they were a great defensive team, and we kind of didn't come out ready to go, and ended up separating both shoulders that night. So it wasn't a fun ride home. I know that.
I'm sure it was a painful ride home too.
That's right. I ended up riding back to San Antonio with my parents in a car for 24 hours. So
that's brutal.
It was no fun. That's for sure.
So you had a long career, Ty, in the NFL, and what are you doing now?
I'm coaching high school football at St. Andrews Episcopal, a small private school here in Austin, Texas, and really enjoying that and being back out on the field with the guys and hopefully teaching them a few things, and just really enjoy coaching at the high school level. And kids are still, you're able to really teach them the game and see them come in as young freshmen and leave as seniors has been a lot of fun.
Well, Ty Detmer, thank you so much for joining us today. Again, you are a legend in the history of the Holiday Bowl, and thanks again.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.